YouTube, this is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the P-Bandai exclusive HG Leo Flight Unit Type, or Flight Pack. Now, first of all, before I start off the review, I would like to mention that this will be a simple review, meaning that I will not be showing articulation, but rather be showing the difference, or the new stuff. Because, as you can see, this is my third Leo kit, so I don't think it's really necessary to be showing off the articulation, because there's already a lot of reviews regarding the Leo. So yeah, to make it simple, I'm going to be showing the new stuff or other differences. Also, so this kit I think I'm a week late, or 2 weeks late, because at the time I got this kit, I believe I was pretty busy with something else. There were other stuff going on, so I wasn't able to review it, but sorry about the delay, but finally I have time to review it. So obviously, this is the third Leo we got, well, excluding the one from Build Divers, we actually got as a variant. Now, I'm not sure what variant they are going to go for regarding the Leo, or if they are even going to go far, but hopefully if we do, I hope we do get the one that looks like the Tallgeese, or at least we get the HG Tallgeese through, some process. Alright, so let's get on to the review. Now, first of all, as you can see, you get a new bazooka. I'm currently holding it in 2 hands because I wanted to show you guys that it is possible to hold it in 2 hands, because it was also in the promotion pics, if I remember correctly. So before we go on to the actual comparison, let's talk about what you get. So first of all, let's just get rid of the typical stuff. So first of all, you get the Leo shield, the typical shield, just in a different color, and 2 beam sabers are still in there, so nothing new. So we're going to get rid of that. And for those beam saber hilts, we get the short beam saber effect parts, nothing new to that. And we still get the Leo machine gun, nothing new to that as well. And then we get, now technically you get 2 of the same polycab plates, so you get 2 of these, but you use 1 entirely and you use 2 more extra, so you get some leftover round polycaps. And then let's see, oh, there we go. So here we have the 3 pieces, the back piece that covers up the hole, and then this time we actually don't need these cover-ups for the size, so we don't actually use these, so we're getting rid of those. Alright, here are the new stuff. So other than the bazooka I just showed you guys, we get the Dober gun. Very nice. The build is pretty simple. You just snap 2 pieces together and you're good to go. And then we have this front handle, which is actually connected as a ball joint, so you can hold it with 2 hands. I've tried doing that myself. It was not easy as I thought. It didn't really work out well, so oh well. And then we have these 2 parts that's actually meant for connecting the Dober gun to the shoulder part, so and this is a pretty interesting connection, which I was pretty impressed. So yeah, you get one of those, and then we get these. Now these are the stuff that I kind of was not remembering. Now we get new shoulders. These are the shoulder cans, which we actually seen from the series, but I don't think I've seen it in these colors. I think I've seen it in the green colors, but oh well. Now I think you need to now the top piece is a separate piece, so I believe you need to be accurate. You need to color these barrels black or gray, whatever you need to do. And now we have this piece, which is technically supposed to go in there, but I've tried it before, and I think it's much more easier to just connect the shoulder directly like this, because in the manual they tell you to connect the shoulders, this piece to the shoulder first, and then attach it to the part. But that was not as easy as I thought. But anyway, I will try to show you that as possible. And then here we have the flight pack, the main finale of this kit. And it's okay, there we go. It's getting a little bit dark, so I'm going to turn on the lights a little bit more. Here we have the flight pack, very nice, and it's way more, how should I say it? The parts are more separated compared to the last space pack, because the space pack was literally 2 pieces snapped together. This one actually has more stuff to that. Here we have the fuel tanks. These are actually on pegs, however they're the pegs with the extra teeth on it, so they're locked in place, so you can't rotate them. The wing itself, now this is the part that connects to the back, obviously, but it's on a, how should I say, I think this is what they call swivel joint in like this for this one as well. But yeah, you can swivel it around, and maybe if you want to, you can make it look like it's folded up. And the end tip of these wings are also connected as polycap ball joints. Those are the 2 extra polycap ball joints that you use, so you can move it up and down. So that's very nice. And then other than the flight pack, here we have the extra booster packs or thruster packs. These actually just connect to the sides, but they're not you can see the pegs are square, so you don't turn them around. You have to connect them the way you want to be, facing it. So, which I will demonstrate as well. Alright, now let's get on to the review. Now, first of all, I guess the review, instead of articulation, I think the best would be color comparison. So, here we go. So, here we have 3 Leos right in front of us. Actually, for the light, I think we need to go a little bit back. Now you can see we started from the basic green Leo, which was mostly, I guess it's safe to call it the ground type. And then we have the purple one, which actually had the extra space backpack and new extra beam weapons. We had this large one and another small handgun and a beam bazooka. I think it was a beam bazooka. And then we have the space backpack, and the shoulders were also a little bit different from the previous one. And finally we have the flight pack, which actually has a more light purple color compared to the dark purple, and then we get a bazooka, dober gun, and some extra other stuff. So regarding the small differences, then the color and maybe the shoulder, let's say shoulders, when we compare with the space type, the kit itself is entirely the same. The build is the same, the articulation is the same. So, oops, sorry about that. So that's pretty much it for the comparison. Okay, so let's go on with the other stuff. So first of all, this Leo I'm actually having the most trouble with, because there's parts like kind of falling off. There are parts that are kind of loose, which I had to do some instant fix, but hopefully it doesn't get worse than this. Okay, so here we have the bazooka. This bazooka was also pretty simple to build. You snap 2 pieces together for the bazooka itself, and then we have this handle area, which is actually consisted of 2 pieces and no stickers at all. So it's mostly to be held like this. So yeah, so I'm gonna take this off. So I'm gonna take the hand off. Yeah, if you know me already, I really don't like doing the dividing the hand and then doing, I do wish there was a little bit more easier way of doing this, but then again, I'm not a big fan of those articulated fingers like how the Master Grade does. So yeah, so this is how the bazooka, so this is how the bazooka looks like. Pretty simple, and the handle is actually on an angle. It does not actually move, but so this actually does help posing the bazooka a little bit more easier. And yeah, nothing too special. I guess I could have done like a sticker or a clear piece here, but oh well, that's just me. And then let's see. Since this is going to be, I'm going to be doing the, how should I say, the hard one first. So regarding the shoulder part, I'm going to actually just take off I'm just going to show you guys one example, because I don't think it's really necessary to waste time and do both. Now, you have to take the arm part off, and then we have to reconnect the armor. Now, as I mentioned, the manual does tell you to do this separately, but I say this is more easier to do. So once you have it in, oh boy. And yeah, this is my fault, but you get the gist of it. So you're supposed to have them both connected, and even though let's say you do it as the manual tells you, it's really hard to tell if it's properly connected. So you can see, I thought it was properly connected, but yeah. Also, with this shoulder arm, you cannot have the dober gun on the other side, because the dober gun also requires a separate shoulder joint. So you cannot have this and the dober gun itself. I'm connected to the shoulder, so this will kind of limit some articulation, but not too bad, but not too worse than you think. So it still get the job done. All right, so I'm gonna take that part out. Come out. Okay, I think I'm just gonna take off the shoulder armor off for now, because I need to show other stuff as well. So now I think it's proper to show you guys the dober gun. Now the dober gun connection was pretty interesting. Oh, and this part was still here. Okay, so for the dober gun, we have these holes on the back. We have one hole here and the other hole here. This is the main reason we have holes on both sides, is that you can actually choose on which shoulder you want to put. So I'm gonna show you guys on this right shoulder. However, if you want to, you can actually do it on the left shoulder. Even the manual does mention that part. So the way how this works is that, as you can see, this is just a peg, so not a ball joint, so be careful. You just attach this part right over here, and then you get these shoulder joints first of all. So this is how you do it. So you need to connect this first part here. Actually, I'm having a hard time seeing. They're supposed to clip in easily, but for some reason they don't. And come on, You know, I think I'm gonna take off the arm first, because I think that would be much more easier for me to actually see where the holes are. So first of all, you need to connect. Come on, there we go. You need to connect this part first, and then this part you just put it on here. So this actually locks this piece into place, because if you have this on, you cannot actually just rip off this piece. I've tried doing that and it was not easy as I thought. And then finally we have another hole right here over here, not this one, but this one that was on the separate piece. You connect it, and there you have the Dober gun. However, because of this piece, if you just leave it on straight, it doesn't go down that much. But if you move the piece around, you can kind of control where you're trying to go with. But as I mentioned, it's not good. It doesn't move as much as you think. So, or if you want to make it move along, you're gonna have to like use your imagination and maybe use a different direction of connection. Maybe put this down 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and then reconnect the Dober gun. But once again, once you have it on the shoulder, it's not gonna fall off that easily. And if you want to, you can hold a different weapon while having this on the shoulder, but it's really meant to be held like this. But yeah, I mean, the arm might look a little bit awkward at this point, but this is how it works. And if you want to do so, you can use this handle to make it to do the double hand pose. But I'm not going to show you guys that, because I've tried doing that multiple times while taking pictures and it did not work that well. Alright, so we have this one, and now finally we can now show you guys the flight pack. Now the flight pack is only connected with this peg, which is obviously here. But I would like to mention, if you have the Dober gun on the shoulder, the Dober gun may actually get in the way in terms of like trying to connect it. So be careful, or try to be like, just know what part's gonna collide. I just want to say that part. So we have the flight pack connected, and finally on the sides we can connect these parts. Now, as I mentioned, these are square pegs though, so you cannot rotate these around. So you have to choose to make it look like this, or come out or connect it like this. Mostly I like to do it like this, and there goes the shoulder. I mean, not shoulder, the knee armor. I think I'm gonna have to glue that on. It's actually kind of irritating me at this point. So yeah, for some reason there's no polycap inside there. It's just a normal hole, and somehow it connects very firmly, which is another interesting aspect. And here we have everything with it. Now I believe with the flight pack, it's mostly intended to use the bazooka, but if you want to use the Dober gun, I guess there's nothing really stopping you, and it is technically possible to have them together. It's just that maybe posing with the Dober gun might be a little bit more tricky. So yeah, we have the wings flapping around, so if you want to have it like it's like, you know, being stored in, maybe you can do something like this. And yeah. And that's pretty much it. So once again, if you're like how people collect Jims, Zaku's, Jeguns, and if you happen to be a person who collects Leos, this is definitely a good addition, because not only, well, technically the Leo itself is the same build, but however, the other weapons or equipment you get are also very new. You don't actually get these equipment from other kits, so it's another really good addition to have in your collection. Anyway, thank you for watching the review. This was the review of the HG Leo flight unit type. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave them comment below. I still have more stuff to buy and build and make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.